Medusahead is a weedy grass native to Europe, Northern Africa, and Western Asia. In North America, it was first recorded in Oregon in 1887, was likely introduced in the fur of livestock or as a grain seed contaminant. It has since been recorded in Western and Northeastern North America, but is particularly problematic in the Northwest. Medusahead is adapted to a variety of conditions, but is most often found in dry, open rangelands, grasslands, and oak woodlands, as well as disturbed sites. Medusahead displaces native and more desirable species in prairies, grasslands, and pastures. It has a very high silica content, which makes it less palatable to livestock and so reduces rangeland production. Its barbed awns also cause livestock injuries. As plants die in summer, they leave behind a dense thatch layer that alters ecosystem processes, reduces seed germination of other species, and creates fuel for wildfires. Medusahead is a tufted winter annual grass with fibrous roots. In western North America, most seeds germinate in fall and winter, typically after the first significant rain, though a small percentage germinate in spring. Individual plants usually produce 1 to several flowering stems that generally grow 1 to 2 feet tall, though some plants will grow shorter depending on site conditions and moisture availability. Stems are slender and hairless. Leaves are alternate and up to a few inches long. Blades are flat and green when young, but become tightly rolled and straw-colored with maturity. Leaf blades and sheaths may or may not have very small, fine hairs. Medusahead has a very short, blunt, membranous ligule and tiny auricles where the sheath clasps the stem. Sheaths are open along most of their length, though they are tightly rolled around the stem. Flowering occurs in late spring, 2 to 4 weeks later than most other introduced annual grasses in western North America. Flowers occur in spikes up to 2 inches long, minus the awns. Spikelets are 2-ranked, meaning there are 2 per node, 1 on either side. Each spikelet produces 1 floret. The glumes are awn-like and may be over 1 inch long, whereas the lemmas have awns up to a few inches long and that are covered with tiny, upward-pointing barbs. All parts of the plant are green at first, but turn straw-colored at maturity. As the awns dry, they may twist and spread, reminiscent of the snake-covered head of Medusa. The barbed awns help florets readily adhere to clothing, fur, and machinery, and seeds are typically viable for up to 2 years. Over winter, the spike and glumes generally stay intact. Medusahead resembles a handful of species in North America. When growing closely together, Medusahead may be mistaken for the native purple threon, which grows to a similar height and has seed heads with similar long awns. Purple threon differs by being a tufted bunchgrass, and at maturity, its lemmas have distinctive 3-branched awns that diverge widely. The introduced hair barley and the native foxtail barley and squirreltail all have similar spike inflorescences with very long awns. All 3 differ in that at maturity, their spikes shatter apart, whereas Medusahead spikes remain intact. In addition, hair barley, foxtail barley, and squirreltail tend to have wider leaves that are less rolled compared to Medusahead. Foxtail barley also lacks auricles, while hair barley and squirreltail have larger, more obvious auricles compared to Medusahead.